Time for a crypto market update, October 1st, 2025. Well, big brother S&P 500 crosses the $6,700 barrier for the first time in history, less than 24 hours after the government shutdown. Simultaneously, Bitcoin's pumping. And I firmly believe pretty soon you're going to see Bitcoin closing the gap with the yellow line here, which is the M2 money supply, which basically has been up only for a few years. I believe closing this gap is going to be the catch-up trade to the S&P 500 and gold specifically. The equity markets are leading the charge along with gold, and typically Bitcoin is in a lagging fashion, and therefore the rest of the crypto market does the same. Speaking of Bitcoin, this is a chart of MicroStrategy, which is the largest digital asset treasury on the company on the planet, who obviously has exclusive exposure to Bitcoin. And people really like to look at MicroStrategy or strategy as the bellwether when it comes to directional momentum. It seems like it's bottoming out on this consolidation, kind of a boring bottom phase of this channel. And this particular channel has its price targets in the upper 400s. Now that's really good for Bitcoin, especially in the short term. What's really good for strategy in Bitcoin, of course, are the new regulations or lack thereof. The Treasury Department here in the United States have come out and they have relaxed the IRS interim guidance on corporate alternative minimum tax, which basically is a fancy bureaucratic way of saying, hey, we were going to tax you on the $16 billion of unrealized profits that you have strategy, but instead, we're not going to do that anymore. And as a matter of fact, any corporation who wants to be a digital asset treasury company, they can do that and they don't have to worry about unrealized profit taxes. So now there's going to be an influx of corporate demand buying not only Bitcoin, but other awesome blue chip treasury cryptos, because now they can hold them on their balance sheet without fearing that the IRS is going to come after them wanting more money. The markets love certainty. And when they get good regulation clarity like this from the Treasury Department or the SEC, or hey, even a government shutdown. The government shutdown a lot of people were afraid of, but now that it's happened, it's certainty. That level of certainty is something that the market thrives on. The last time we had a market shutdown, this is what happened. Now, before we go too far forward, let's take one step back and look at September. Bitcoin, according to Crown Crypto here, Bitcoin just closed September green. That has happened 6 times in Bitcoin's history. Every time Bitcoin closed September green, it's gone on to gain an average of 51% in the fourth quarter. That's every time. I say it a lot. This is going to be the opportunity for many people to get to District 1. The world is a game of Hunger Games. The world doesn't care about us. The central banks certainly don't care about us, Main Street folks. We have to make sure that the currency debasement that's happening right under our feet doesn't make us trade time for money for the rest of our lives, and we completely miss all of our hopes and dreams. That's why this stat on the fourth quarter is so important, because this shows you an opportunity where the odds are in your favor to get to District 1. And as famous Bitcoin analyst Lynn Alden says, what stops this train? Nothing stops this train. Will this stop this train? No, it won't. It keeps going. Nothing stops this train. Government shutdowns, nothing, because currency debasement is endless in a fiat society. You must skill up, become the better version of yourself in the crypto market so that you can take advantage of this massive wave that's happening right in front of us. We're not even to formal quantitative easing yet, and the Treasury is routinely buying $2 to $3 billion of its own debt. The goal is to own more Bitcoin, ultimately. It's the apex predator. Everything goes down in relation to Bitcoin. However, if you're on the front end of your wealth building journey, Bitcoin's not going to get you the most fiat gains right now. So the way I view crypto at this stage in the market is an opportunity to gain the maximum amount of US dollars so that I can use them as leverage to go buy more Bitcoin during a market correction. And I am anticipating a bear market, because bull markets don't last forever, but not yet. We're still long and strong. Now, if you're still here watching this video, first of all, thanks for being here. Maybe you're a mom or a dad or a granddad or a grandmother, or maybe a business owner or a real estate investor. Maybe you believe in crypto, but you don't know what exactly you're doing. Maybe you have precious metals. Maybe you have stock market, 401k, IRA investments, but man, it's just not quite doing what you need it to do. But you see all this government interaction, you see all of this corporate trade happening, and you see other people around you making money with crypto, but you don't really feel that dialed in. Well, if you don't remember anything I've said in this video, remember this framework: crypto flywheel method. It's treating your crypto portfolio like a business and not a slot machine. There are three elements: cash flow, appreciation, leverage. These are financial elements. I didn't come up with these. As a matter of fact, Jim Collins, who wrote the book Good to Great, when he analyzed the great companies of the world, talked about the flywheel principle. And after I made life-changing money in crypto, I wanted to create a systematic, methodical way to create wealth over and over again in every crypto cycle, because I knew they were going to keep coming, and they have. I invite you to go to my website, cryptoyall.com. Click on the big orange button. If you've never done this before, it's a 12-minute video. All you have to do is watch it. And if you like what you see, where I'm from, how I've done it, what I do with my money using the flywheel, and you want to accumulate the skills and the crypto knowledge that you don't need an Ivy League degree to understand, then schedule a one-on-one video call with me, free of charge. It's just meant to be for people who have skin in the game and a lot on the line and something to defend. Heck, maybe you're just looking for a community full of normal people that you can relate with. And it's not just a bunch of tech bros and crypto bros with Lamborghinis in Abu Dhabi or something. Go to cryptoyall.com, watch the video, and see if it's a good fit for you. Like and follow for more.